everyone again. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the t-based confidence interval. So before showing you the t-based confidence interval or how to find the t-based confidence interval, let's read this question carefully and then say some important points. Look at the question. It says the random sample of hours worked per week. Okay, this is the random sample of hours worked per week is drawn from random population. Okay, this random sample is drawn from a random population. Okay, as follows: 25, 19 hours, 37 hours, 29 hours, 40 hours, 28 hours, and then 31 hours. This is per week. This is number of hours somebody worked per week, or just number of hours drawn from the population. Okay, so the other important point here is the normal population is with unknown mean and variance. Okay, this unknown mean and variance is very important. When it is unknown mean and variance, that's the indication of using t-based. Okay, t-based. All right, remember this is t-based confidence interval if the mean and variance is unknown. Okay, if the mean and variance is known, we are going to use the z-based. These are the two important differences also. Okay, now once we have this in mind, all we have to do is we have to make sure this data set or this sample is recorded in our Rguroo. Okay, so as always, you gotta go to data. Okay, and then click that little triangle, and then all you have to do is create a new data set. Okay, you have to create a new data set. So this dialog box will come. So the number of rows we have is, since we have to list them down, we have to have 7 rows. Okay, and then since we have only just one population, one sample, this is just one column. Just we have one column and 7 rows, and then we create the data. So when we hit that create the data, this is going to be the table. So we have to record all my data here. 25, okay, and then the next one is 19, and then the next one is 37. Okay, you have to be careful. The next one is 29, and then the next one is 40, and then the next one is 28, and then the next one is 31. Okay, if you know how to do this one, you can skip the video and then you can go to the main point. Okay, now once you have this data already recorded, you have to remember to save it. As always, you have to save it and then you have to give it a name. So there must be a save choice here. Okay, save as. Okay, save as. Look, data set number 14. Don't forget this one. Okay, data set number 14, or you can just call it whatever you want. Okay, this is now data set number 14 for us. Okay, but it's up to you. Now the next step is already I just save it. Okay, I click that save as. Now the next step is I have to go to analytics. Okay, analytics. When I hit analytics, all I have to see is I have to click that little button here, the triangle here. Okay, the drop down arrow. Click that, and then mean inference. Okay, you gotta go to the mean inference, and then you hit one population. Okay, next to it there is one population. It is not two population. This is one population. Okay, then this dialog box will come. Okay, now this dialog box is leading you, okay, what to do basically. So the data set, select a data set. So you have to remember your data set. Remember that we have said that it is data set number 14. See that the data set number 14, click that one. Okay, this will come. Now the next is, look, the variable. Okay, your variable is variable 1. Okay, that's the first column. Once you hit the variable 1, everything will be calculated. The sample mean is calculated, the sample standard deviation is calculated, the sample size is calculated, because we have 7 sample sizes, if you remember them. Okay, so in the table we have 7 sizes. Okay, sample size is 7. Now the next is the confidence level. The confidence level is we are going to calculate the 95%. This is by default 95%, but you can change this one whatever you want based on the question. If it is 80%, 85%, 97%, whatever the percentage can be changed here. Okay. Now the next is, don't forget to check the t statistics. Remember, I told you earlier, if The population standard deviation, look at this. The population standard deviation is unknown. Okay, the population standard deviation, and then the population mean is not known or unknown. We use the T statistics or T-based confidence interval. Once I hit the T, and then finally everything is already there. So all I have to do is just preview, right? When I preview it, this will come. All the informations are here, okay? The sample size is 7, yes, we remember. And then the mean is calculated as 29.8. That means if you add them all and then divide them by 7, you will get 29.8571 basically, okay? The standard deviation is calculated. The sample standard deviation, remember, this is the sample standard deviation, okay? The population standard deviation is unknown. That's why we are using T-based confidence interval, okay? Now, when we go to the 95% confidence interval, our variable is variable 1. The mean is, as you can see, 29.857. And then the standard error is 2.67643. The degree of freedom, DF means degree of freedom, which is n minus 1. N is the number of the sample size, which is 7 in this case. 7 minus 1 is 6. Always degree of freedom is n minus 1, okay? And then look, this is very important. This is the interval, okay? The lower confidence level, and then this is the upper confidence level. So look, the interval is between 23.3082 and 36.4061. So this is the confidence interval, okay? This is the interval between the lower and then the upper, okay? And then the margin of error is 6.54898. So the confidence, the 95 confidence interval for the data set given earlier, or the sample size 7 for the number of hours worked per week, is given as follows. So this is very simple with the help of technology or R-Guroo to calculate the 95% of confidence interval, or any percentage of confidence interval. I hope you enjoyed this video and then you find this video very helpful. I will see you another time with another video. Have a great day.